Alright folks, on this video edition of What's on Willis's Workbench, guitar that was brought in by one of my clients yesterday. Client wished to stay anonymous, so I won't mention who they are. By all looks, this appears to be a Chibson Les Paul gold top. Looks pretty decent from afar, but as we look a little closer, we can tell that this is definitely not a real Chibson Les Paul. The quality is pretty poor. If you look at the nut here, the nut doesn't even line up with the fingerboard. Sorry, I got a little cold going on. Different screws holding the truss rod cover on there. Actually has a like pearloid Chibson logo. This is what they call a Chibson. A Chinese Chibson is actually a counterfeit guitar. It says Chibson on it. It says it was made in America. Definitely not made in the USA. Chibson doesn't carve or inscribe their serial numbers. They actually press them or use a stamp. Sometimes they're painted on, but overall the quality of this guitar is pretty poor. Client brought it in, said that it wasn't playing very well. It sounded like crap. Plays pretty cruddy. Somebody tried to do some work on it to get it playable. This will be a multi-part video. There's quite a few things wrong with this thing to start off, but this is your guys' money, folks. They asked me to make this thing play and sound good, so I'll do my best, but this thing's got some serious issues. Frets are cut at different sizes on the fretboard. Some are longer than others. You can kind of tell that as we go down the fretboard. Not really, I don't know if that's rosewood fretboard or what that is. Plastics are pretty flimsy and cheesy. It's definitely not good quality hardware. Pickups look pretty bad. I've played this thing already. The pickups are microphonic. Just overall cheap hardware. The switch pot, the selector switch is all loose, and the little knobby just falls right off of it. This is the kind of quality stuff that's coming out of China. But save your money, folks, and buy yourself at least a Les Paul that's actually licensed, by Epiphone or something like that. They look good in the pictures and some of the demos, and I've actually seen a couple of these Chibsons that are halfway decent, but this one is not one of them. So it's probably going to cost this client more than if he thought, to get this thing actually playable and sounding good, if that can even actually be done. So stay tuned for some more videos. We'll see what we can do with this thing. Thanks.